22-year absence, the Boston Celtics are NBA champions once again.
Man, I'm so hyped right now. Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Let's turn our attention to Kevin Garnett. First of all, Jalen, did you get a chance to see the injury to the big ticket last night?
Yes, I did. I think it's a little bit more serious than everybody's letting on. Obviously, they still have Ray Allen and still have Paul Pierce, but ultimately, it's a break for the Cleveland Cavaliers and possibly even the Orlando Magic.
There's Alston racing the floor, finding Howard. Orlando takes the series in 7.
Williams stripped. Garnett comes out with it. Rondo to Garnett. And LeBron James' season is over. Is his career in Cleveland over?
Off the deflection, we'll get it back.
Rondo takes it away. Spins, puts it up, banks it in.
Back out to Allen for three, puts it in. And that's an NBA Finals record. Most threes in a Finals game, his 8th. Perkins had it, lost it, but he got hit. As Perkins is still down and shaken up on the play. Artest, that's a three. Bang! Lakers by 6 with a minute to play. The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles.
It's all about 18. It's all about 18.
In this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Shaquille O'Neal made good on a Twitter promise that he would pose as a statue in Harvard Square.
Throwing it up for Shaq. Pierce driving on Stoudemire, the jumper, yes! With 0.4 seconds left. And then Wade pulls down Rondo. Rondo with the steal. That time he used his left hand and throws it down.
James over Pierce. That might be the dagger.
Balanced the shot. Garnett had a really good look, and then a little trash talking afterwards. Garnett took offense.
Rondo puts up a jumper. Puts it in. Rajon Rondo, 44 points. Pierce for three. It's good. Paul Pierce from way downtown.
Boston with a 3-2 edge and a chance to move on and play in the NBA Finals.
James now the jump shot. Does it again. 39 points.
One of the great clutch playoff performances while facing elimination.
James fires a three. Bang! LeBron James from well beyond the arc. And Doc Rivers putting in the subs, taking out Pierce, Rondo, Allen, Garnett, and a much-deserved ovation for some future Hall of Famers.
But Ray Allen is bolting Boston to take his three-point shooting to South Beach.
Cold reception from Kevin Garnett.
I don't know how Ray's number. Yeah,
Chalmers. Oh, James!
What do you know? They call the foul on LeBron. What are you doing? Calling a foul on the great LeBron.
Pierce in transition, thought about the three with a hesitation shot for the lead. See, that's why you push, Mike. That's why you push.
Rajon Rondo was diagnosed with an ACL tear. He will now move forward without your point guard. How do you absorb that loss?
You know, I feel for him. You know, he was having such a great season, making an all-star team. You know, guys got to be ready to step up.
Pierce comes up with it. Pierce down the lane. Locking foul. Counted and one.
20 straight points. Paul Pierce is out of the game. And again, will it be Pierce's final game as a Celtic? James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining. It's back-to-back titles for the Heat.
Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Jason Terry, all going to the Brooklyn Nets.
And it is now official. Brad Stevens is the new head coach of the Boston Celtics.
I am absolutely humbled to be sitting in this room looking around me with the banners that hang.
Chris Humphries, excited to be there.
Loops it into Jeff Green. Gets a shot off. Got it! Jeff Green knocks down a three!
Pick number 6 belongs to the Boston Celtics.
With the 6th pick in the 2014 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Marcus Smart.
Danny Ainge has been shopping around, but the offer from Dallas is the best one on the table for Rajon Rondo.
5 players were dealt from the Suns, including guards Isaiah Thomas.
Lakers, he tries to attack, he runs in, fumbles it away, and here comes Isaiah.
He used to play so well for the Celtics. Irving, bang! At the buzzer! Olynyk and Love fighting for it.
And Love hurt himself?
Yes, he did.
His shoulder popped out.
I have no doubt in my mind that he did that on purpose.
Appreciative hand for the Celtics. David Blatt from Framingham, Mass. Comes back to his hometown and wins his first playoff series. Isaiah.
Shoot, a bomb from Thomas. It's gone! It's been his night.
Turner. Thomas. Oh, what a shot! That may be the dagger.
That's all she wrote. The Atlanta Hawks will advance.
There's been a lot of chatter about the Celtics' number 3 pick. Should they trade it or should they keep it?
With the 3rd pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Jaylen Brown.
The C's selecting Jaylen Brown out of Cal, and to say that the reaction from the crowd here at TD Garden was overwhelmingly negative would be an understatement.
This guy is our guy, and he's our guy for the future. So we're pleased to make the pick, and we're very glad that Jaylen Brown is a Celtic. 14 years, that's probably the worst one I've gotten.
Kevin Durant will meet with the Boston Celtics. Now the question is, who will actually be in attendance at said meeting?
Kevin Durant heading to the Golden State Warriors.
The Patriots quarterback Tom Brady almost got him to go to Boston.
Al Horford has informed the Boston Celtics he is agreeing to a 4-year deal.
Horford wide open. Bowls his way into the basket, rejected by Horford.
And one last look at Pierce. Oh, come on! An appropriate ending for Paul Pierce.
Is this Celtics team the worst 1 seed in NBA history?
I believe it is.
Nobody respects us.
Brad Stevens can do no wrong.
4 on the shot clock. Hayward baseline turnaround for 2.
Those rascally Boston fans, they were cheering on Utah Jazz forward Gordon Hayward.
Hayward could become a free agent after this season. One player that took exception, current Celtics starting small forward Jay Crowder.
He went on a Twitter rampage, even threatening to leave the Celtics.
For disrespect on me cheering for Gordon Hayward. Stand behind it 100% as a man.
Isaiah Thomas consoled by his close friend Avery Bradley, still trying to cope with the tragic loss of his 22-year-old sister, China.
How are you doing? I'm not here, man.
48 points for Thomas. Foul called and 1. Isaiah Thomas has cracked 50.
Where is this coming from? It's my sister. It's her birthday today.
Olynyk a 3. Oh, Kelly Olynyk! The game of his life! Kelly Olynyk can do no wrong!
Bring on bitch-ass Bron and the Cavaliers.
As Bradley the change back and rejects on the chase down. He got him from the angle.
Isaiah Thomas, just 2 points in this game. He actually left in the second half.
He's had a nagging hip injury. He aggravated it.
For LeBron James, his 7th straight NBA Finals.
The Boston Celtics, they have the number 1 pick in the draft.
The Celtics are in serious discussions with the Sixers to trade out of the overall number 1 spot.
With the 3rd pick in the 2017 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Jason Tatum.
For the Boston Celtics, this is now back-to-back years. Al Horford last year, Gordon Hayward this year.
What more can you tell us in terms of where this potential trade stands right now? The deal is done, Michael. Kyrie Irving to Boston for Isaiah Thomas.
After everything I went through, nigga, we got some. The city gonna be mad as everybody in that stadium wears an IC jersey.
Glad you could join us here this morning for a historic moment in Celtics history.
I've kind of scratched the surface of what I can become. I think it's going to be a great year.
Going up, oh my goodness, Hayward broke his leg. Hayward has broken his leg.
Knowing your past with the Celtics and Gordon not being there, how do you make sure that people keep it in perspective that it was a basketball play that happened? It wasn't anything more than just
I don't think that's I don't even know. I don't know what you're trying to say.
I read that your parents were there. And as a parent myself, it's like I would rather take their pain. Like I wouldn't want Bernie or Charlie to go through that. So.
Look like Kyrie Irving doing an inch on the defensive minded Boston out to get free. Put that shot up and down.
Little pushing and shoving, and Hardy knocks Smart down, and is called for another foul.
Horford is going to take it.
Do Do you agree IT doesn't deserve the tribute?
He's right. Last year they went to the NBA Conference Finals. They didn't win the Conference Finals.
Back to Bogdanovich. Stolen by Rozier. He's got time. He's got a bucket.
Irving season is over. It's a devastating blow to the Celtics. Their hopes of winning a conference championship, they're obviously dimmed out.
Gives it up, Brown with 1 second free. Good with .1. Boston in front. Tatum drives down and throws it down. Wow! Here comes James in the open floor. James grabbed from behind. Count it. Goaltend and one. It's over. LeBron James and the Cavs do it again.
Both Gordon Hayward, Kyrie Irving are full speed at C's training camp. Let's not forget, they got to the Eastern Conference Finals without them.
Not only do I believe Boston will win the East, I believe the Boston Celtics have a legitimate chance of beating the Golden State Warriors.
My dad had to raise my sister and I alone. He's the reason I wear number 11. I want to be the reason no one else will.
You guys will have me back. I plan on re-signing here next year.
Oh! Holy smokes!
They always kick our ass, so this is not a robbery.
Tipped in by Drummond. Brad Stevens is apoplectic.
Gee Willikers.
Kyrie, a bomb! Oh! Straight fire!
We basically have a bunch of young men in our locker room that feel like they're capable of doing a lot more than what they're doing.
How many championships 28-year-old Jalen got?
I'm going to go ahead and say 5 or 6.
It was a big deal for me because I had to call Bron. You know, I apologize for being that young player that wanted everything at his fingertips.
Fall away, baseline. No. Magic win.
Sometimes getting the most out of the group, it's not the easiest thing in the world. If you were in for it or chosen for it.
There's a maturity that you have to really showcase every single day. Terry Rozier played in the playoffs. He did extremely well. Coming back, that's a natural competition that me and him have. Like, it is what it is. No one wants to say it, but I will.
What I see are guys who don't want to play with Kyrie. They play better when he's not on the court.
Has your mindset shifted, though, in regards to re-signing with Boston, like the announcement?
Ask me July 1st. At the end of the day, I'm going to do what I feel is best for my career, and I don't owe anybody shit.
He doesn't seem happy there, and they don't necessarily seem happy to have him there.
Horford is excellent in finding space. Giannis blocked by Horford. Oh, he sent it back.
No, listen, I think it's over.
Giannis breaks down the lane and a foul.
Have you ever had a shooting stretch like this? I think it's 19 for 62.
Yeah, who cares?
When you go 7 for 22, you can't turn around and go 8 for 22.
For me, the 22 shots, I should have shot 30.
What do you think the other 14 guys are in the car going home saying? We can't wait till this guy gets out of here. We'll help him pack his bag.
Take Kyrie. 116-91. The Bucks now the best record in the postseason.
You know, truth be told, it's no time to be disappointed.
And when you looked at the Celtics from start to finish, the chemistry, this is what wasn't there.
I did a bad job.
Is the wedding still on?
I don't know. I mean, there's not much I could say about that.
I've done everything right.
Danny Ainge is the most valuable member of the Celtics.
And all they did was fight because you didn't feel like you were the foundation.
Kyrie Irving will sign a 4-year deal with the Brooklyn Nets.
Kevin Durant is going to sign with the Nets. He will join Kyrie Irving.
5-time All-Star Al Horford leaving the Celtics, going to their arch rivals in Philadelphia.
Kemba Walker is leaving the Queen City and headed to Boston.
And Enes Kanter reminded us all who he's replacing on the Celtics.
It was my old jersey number, by the way, number 11. And I want to be the reason that no one else will.
As well. So when you're down your best player, it helps.
Kyrie Irving's not in the building, but Celtic fans are still serenading him here.
Mentality, because that's what the Celtics will bring in right out of the gates in these first few possessions. We've seen that out of the Nets.
The crowd loving it. And Wacko for Taco. Smart for 3. Got it. Marcus Smart. The new all-time record for most threes in the game by a Celtic. Tatum for the tie.
Jason Tatum has emerged as a superstar and a franchise cornerstone for the Boston Celtics.
Tatum with the step and scores. Tatum again. He has 30
7.
An unprecedented story that the NBA is suspending the season.
Several big NBA stars returned to their hometown to help lead peaceful protests in response to the death of George Floyd.
Jaylen Brown led a peaceful march through Atlanta.
The NBA Players Union spent the entire weekend talking about how to go forward. About 100 players were on a conference call, and they heard Kyrie Irving say to them, "Don't play."
The NBA will resume the season at Disney World in Orlando, Florida.
Kemba Walker continuing to deal with a sore knee from all the way back since the All-Star break.
There may be some structure damage, cartilage damage, something is going on in his knee.
Kyle Lowry's going to have to inbound against Taco Fall.
Series on the line. Anunoby got it off, and it goes! Working against Butler, got downhill, couldn't punch it. Bam says, "Get it out of here!"
I was standing probably 25 feet from the mouth of the locker room when I started to hear yelling and screaming, and it sounded like a chair or something heavy was being thrown at the wall. And then I saw Marcus Smart leave the locker room, head towards the restroom, and he was still yelling back and swearing.
Heat eliminate the Boston Celtics in 6 games.
The Hornets signing all-star wing Gordon Hayward.
Legend Tommy Heinsohn has died at the age of 86.
He was the only person to play an active role in every single one of the Celtics' 17 championships.
Kemba Walker is out until at least the first week of January. He received a stem cell injection in his left knee.
Tatum and Antetokounmpo, the superstar, step back 3 on the way. Oh, it banks in!
We saw Kyrie pregame burning sage.
They are better than a 500 team, and they are 1 game below 500.
What are you doing?
Brad Stevens is just getting walked over.
Indiana announced they were parting ways with head basketball coach Archie Miller.
Are you considering the Indiana University job right now?
I'm not. I'm a 44-year-old masshole. I swerve around others, I eat Dunkin' Donuts, and I root for the Patriots.
I'm a masshole now, just like you guys. One of us. One of us.
Jaylen Brown. He has a torn ligament in his left wrist, so he's going to be out for the rest of the season.
Boston to play the Nets in round 1.
Tatum crossover, pull-up jumper. It's good! 50 points for Jason Tatum.
What do you expect now that there's going to actually be people there?
Hopefully we can just keep it strictly basketball. There's no belligerence or any racism.
Is it something you've experienced in Boston before?
It is what it is.
Somebody tossed a water bottle and it nearly hit Kyrie.
You know you had an opportunity for Kyrie Irving to be considered a huge villain in the eyes of a lot of people if you had never thrown the bottle.
And that's it. It's the end of the line for the Boston Celtics.
Systemic racism should be addressed in the city of Boston.
I mean, they're NBA players. They're probably the last people on earth that I would ask their opinion of political views.
Breaking news from the NBA, Brad Stevens has moved on as head coach of the Boston Celtics and has moved up to be the team's president of basketball operations, replacing Danny Ainge. The Celtics are trading Kemba Walker to Oklahoma City for Al Horford.
Brad Stevens has made his first big move as the president of the Boston Celtics.
Ime Udoka. He is going to be the next head coach of the Boston Celtics.
Looked at the numbers overall. Sorry to mention this, Brad, but 27th in assists last year. We want to have more team basketball there.
Unless Kyrie Irving gets vaccinated, he's going to continue to be able to only play road games.
I think that he has to really consider getting a vaccine.
Tonight was not the way you want to start your season at home.
One thing I can't stand as a coach is to get punked out there, and I felt they came out and punked us. Jason and Jay don't want to pass the ball. That's something that they're going to learn.
Marcus Smart has lost his damn mind.
You know Marcus Smart's faking and flopping and cheating when you hear him go, "Aye!"
This is for the win. Oh, it's good! Off the window!
You think it's time to blow up the Jays.
In their body language, it's not a lot of high-fiving, it's not a lot of chest bumping. When one is having success, the other one is not.
I really, really like the fit of their big trade acquisition on Thursday, Derek White.
Here comes Derek White. Pritchard, corner. White takes it. Got it!
Welcome to Boston. One more. Brown for 3.
The Celtics are rolling. Winners of 10 of their last 11 games.
Here's Jaylen. Oh, he ascends and lands on top of Cleveland.
That chant was about Kyrie Irving
Jason Tatum's telling us, be quiet.
Ugly afternoon between Kyrie Irving and the fans of Boston.
Irving fires away. Got it! A two-pointer for Kyrie Irving.
And I think he saluted them.
When people start yelling you and all this stuff, there's but so much you can take. I know what to expect in here, and it's the same energy I'm giving back to them.
Jaylen Brown kicks it out. Smart fakes. Inside. Tatum spins. Celtics go up by 1.
Marcus Smart, your defensive player of the year.
Here is Antetokounmpo with a throwdown. Horford gets by Giannis and throws it down and one. Tatum on the drive, lays it in and the foul. Tatum tried to slam it. Somebody got a piece of it. Grant Williams again. 7th three-pointer of the game. Jaylen Brown with the finish.
Nobody moved. Nobody gets hurt.
Butler turns, fires, it's good! Jimmy Butler, and it's a 6-point lead.
This is the single greatest individual performance we've seen in the postseason. What you saw tonight out of Jimmy Butler.
Smart fakes, fires, Butler, he can tie for the lead. Loose, and the Boston Celtics will go to the NBA Finals.
Next year, we will have enough, and we're going to get it done.
Back to Horford for the lead. Boston up by 3.
They hit 21 threes, and Marcus Smart, Al Horford, and Derek White combined for 15 of them. 15 for 23 from those guys. Be fine.
And a moving screen call on Grant Williams as Draymond Green draws the foul. And Draymond Green hearing it from the crowd with an obscene chant.
Dropping F-bombs with children in the crowd. Real classy. Good job, Boston.
Draymond! You too.
Curry, step back, three-pointer, bang! Steph Curry drills the 3.
They've got to stop complaining about the officiating. That includes Coach Ime Udoka, who got a technical foul.
Now the turnover. Poole pushes, finds Wiggins. Wiggins throws it down. And the Celtics need another timeout. And that'll do it. It's over. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA.
We are remembering the life of NBA great and activist Bill Russell. He died at the age of 88.
He led the Boston Celtics to 11 titles in 13 years. Russell also broke barriers in 1966 as the league's first black coach.
The Celtics have been engaged in talks with Brooklyn about a possible Kevin Durant deal.
The Celtics have taken Jason Tatum and suggested he is off limits.
I'm told Jaylen Brown at the center of those discussions.
Obviously a difficult time to be speaking to you all. As you know, Ime Udoka has been suspended for the upcoming season for breaking team rules.
Nobody can control Twitter speculation and rampant bullshit, but we have a lot of talented women in our organization. I thought yesterday was really hard on them.
This is the fault of the Boston Celtics. This black man, we talking about him on national television because you publicize a personal matter.
Within the Celtics, they have already started focusing on their new interim head coach, Joe Mazzulla.
Bill Russell was the greatest of men. In the NBA, this organization, this world was very lucky to have him. May he rest in peace.
Tatum drives, flip doesn't go. And a foul called. Smart and Embiid get into it a bit. Embiid slips down.
Defending DPOY, and that's how he gets treated.
Tatum for the top.
That is straight butter. 3 Brown bullseye. Right between the eyes.
The Boston Celtics were really good tonight. They're up by as many as 45.
Boston blew out Phoenix 125-98. And Boston is now 21-5.
I think Boston might win it all.
NBA star Kyrie Irving benched in the wake of tweeting about an anti-Semitic film. The Brooklyn Nets suspending Irving for at least 5 games without pay.
Do you have any anti-Semitic beliefs? I cannot be anti-Semitic if I know where I come from.
Curry sets, fires, three-pointer, bang! Their defense was terrific here tonight against the #1 offensive team in the NBA.
What's going on in Boston?
Selfish basketball.
Kevin Durant, trade possibilities.
He's on the verge of potentially being moved. I'm hearing Boston is making some calls. Keep your eye on that. Jaylen Brown. Keep your eye on that.
What did it take to get the win tonight?
Boston safe.
What the are you doing?
Brand's got to make one of these.
Oh, not even close. Now he has to hit it.
Doesn't go, and neither does the tap.
Kyrie Irving going to the Dallas Mavericks.
Is Joe Mazzulla the man for this job?
What you're seeing here is Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla leading a pickup game. He's pulling guys down and whacking them across the face.
What would a post game be without Joe Mazzulla getting defensive?
So you're asking every time we have a big lead, it should always be bigger. The other team should never be allowed to come back. Is that what you're asking?
Jalen is a guy who can kind of get down on himself. Do you have a conversation with him?
I love you, Jalen.
Anything more than that?
I love you, Jalen. I believe in you.
Their strategy is we're just going to jack up a bunch of threes. If they go in, we're going to win.
Tatum puts up a three. Bang!
If they don't go in, we're going to lose. That's not going to work, man. You got to have a plan B.
Young lets it go.
Harden chasing up Horford. It's a three. Good!
Their record is 11-11, their last 22 home games. I never even heard of a legit team being that bad at home.
What are the last 48 hours been like for your team?
Angry, pissed.
Did you like that? Did you like their...
Yes.
And his Sixers fall, but they did get game one.
Nobody wants to ask about all the adjustments we made from game 1 and game 2.
Here's Tatum, fires over Embiid, got it! Finally, Tatum slips out, fires the three, made 2 in a row, make it 3. Jason Tatum, not always there when you call, but always on time.
I'm humbly one of the best basketball players in the world.
Joe Mazzulla said we got to shoot more threes.
Yeah, but that can't be your only strategy.
Joe's learning. I know he's been killed a lot. Rightfully so.
Jaylen Brown already sent a message to the Celtics fans ahead of Game 7.
Celtics fans, y'all love to call us out, right? So I'm going to call you guys out. I need you to come with the energy because we're going to need every bit of it.
Tatum fires away, puts it in! 51 for Jason Tatum.
Tatum, stymied down low, stymied and traveling. Tried the reverse, rebound Horford. Tatum fakes the three, tries again. Williams defends Butler, a bump, the grind, the gyration, and the 2 in the foul.
And they're having words, look at this.
Nose to nose, eye to eye.
He was having words with Jimmy Butler on the way down. Be careful when you poke the bear now. Jimmy Butler's going to have his hands on the ball all the time, right?
Williams the defensive assignment. Butler works inside for the lead. He got it.
That's what he wants. Grant Williams on him.
You're going to think it's over, but Boston's been a lot better on the road.
In that Heat locker room led.
Here's Butler. Driving right into Grant Williams.
And he's pointing at Grant Williams from the ground.
To Adebayo, facing the defense.
The Boston Celtics got punked. They got their heart snatched out of their chest. They look beaten.
Smart to Brown, Saints get foul. Big win, avoiding elimination. It has never happened, as we've mentioned multiple times. A team coming back down 3 games to none. Tatum and Strus across the lane. It's Smart for the triple.
They let us get 2, so don't let us get another one.
We can and we will win this series, and we'll just have to close it out at home.
White will inbound. It's off to Smart for the 7th game. Commanded tipped in, but the buzzer sounded. The light was on. It'll be reviewed.
Have to protect the offensive rebound.
Oh, he got rid of it.
He sure did.
Celtic win, and we're going to Game 7. The Celtics are going to win. There's a Game 7 back in Boston.
You say you want to make history. You only make history if you win number 4. Don't forget that.
And outside it goes. Tatum, 1 to fire in the lane, crashing into Vincent. And he twisted an ankle, perhaps. He did. The left one.
First possession of the evening. There's the Euro step. It's the landing.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if it's the ankle or the leg. Oh, right there. It's that left ankle.
26 seconds in, we've got our first story. Martin drives right at Tatum. 2 to fire, away, and down it goes. The win, outside Martin. On top, open triple. Goal!
He's on one. Caleb Martin is absolutely on fire out here.
Brown watched the ball. Strus was there. With the turnover, Williams in the corner, out of bounds. He steps. Deceptive move. Ball's away. Turnover.
Offensive foul.
Robinson's in the game. Offensive foul. And a foul called. Turnover, Butler at the other end. Lost the ball.
That's Brown's 8th
turnover tonight.
Think about that.
8. The Heat are going to the NBA Finals.
In terms of the possibility of you getting an extension this summer, especially after making All-NBA, what is kind of your thought process going into the summer, and how do you expect it to play out?
We lost, and we lost to two good teams, the Warriors and the Heat, but we lost. And I walked in and met with Joe and Brad, and I just said, I know one thing. We're not bringing this team back.
Breaking news out of the NBA, where the Celtics, Grizzlies, and Wizards are finalizing a three-way trade that will land Kristaps Porzingis in Boston.
Being on a high-level organization like Boston made it extremely easy for me.
The deal will also send Marcus Smart to Memphis.
You know, all you needed to know about how much he loved being a Celtic, he dyed his hair green.
Grant Williams and the Celtics putting the final touches on a sign and trade deal that will send the restricted free agent to Dallas.
Celtics named Charles Lee their associate head coach.
The Celtics are reportedly bringing on Sam Cassell to join Joe Mazzulla's coaching
Jeff
staff.
Van Gundy joining the Celtics coaching staff.
After almost a month of waiting and wondering why Jaylen Brown hadn't signed his Supermax extension, the deal is now done. The richest contract in NBA history.
I want to launch a project to bring Black Wall Street here to Boston. We got a lot of work to do to make this place, this community that we all live in, better, and we all have that responsibility.
Damian Lillard is officially a member of the Milwaukee Bucks.
The Trailblazers get Drew Holiday.
Adding Damian Lillard to this roster, they're going to win the NBA championship.
Portland now, they're going to look to move on Drew Holiday.
The Celtics have acquired guard Drew Holiday from the Blazers in a blockbuster deal.
I was stunned that they actually pulled the trigger and made this deal.
This is a blue-collar town. They love people that work hard, and that's just the type of person that I am.
Does Drew now make the C's the favorites?
I believe he does.
Thank you, Milwaukee, because now the Celtics are a better team.
You got Porzingis and Drew Holiday added in the offseason to join these guys. That's good.
Marcus Smart is gone. Tatum and Brown, the path has been cleared for. The coach is going into his second year. If they don't win it this year, massive failure.
Here we go from New York City. The Boston Celtics are in town. Jason Tatum looking to lead his team to banner number 18.
Porzingis goes for the rebound, and Hartenstein fouls him. Let's see if there's a call. Is it against Porzingis? That last replay, look, let's see. Well, this former fan favorite is now hearing it from the fans. There's a double team again. Porzingis gets a good look for three. It's good! Kristaps Porzingis drills a three-pointer. It's over. The Boston Celtics win their opener. And Kristaps Porzingis with an enormous game, 30 points in his Celtic debut.
Who is going to be the number 2 superstar on this team? Is it Jaylen Brown, or will Porzingis rise to the occasion and become that number 2?
Here comes Butler the other way. Brown calling for a screen. Goes to the left. Wow. Good body control for the lay-in.
It was a nice bounce-back game for Jaylen. I think he's feeling some pressure here early in the year.
Celtics with the steal.
Holiday, Tatum takes his time, knocks it down.
Blow kiss to him. There you go. See ya.
The Celtics now 18-0 at home. That's a franchise record.
This whole thing is about addressing your flaws. Last year in the playoffs, this team had a lot of flaws at home.
Tatum doubles, shoots it anyway.
20 straight wins for this Celtics team inside of TD Garden.
Tatum gets it off, no. Ball game. Denver stops the Celtics total at 20 straight at home.
Clock at 3. Curry 3.
Oh, there's the
Steph Curry and this Warriors team, they feel like the Celtics, they're like their little brothers.
Well, you've got a head coach, wow, who stepped on the floor trying to block a shot attempt of a player. I'm not sure I've ever seen that.
You should be able to whoop the hell out of him. I wish he would try to block my shot. Hell no.
I saw a guy going in to try to get a shot, and he hadn't made one. I didn't want him to feel good about himself going to the bench.
You wonder, like, if you take his brain out and you put it in the bird is going to start flying backwards.
That's going to be a technical foul on Jaylen Brown. Robinson and Brown still getting into it. In the
aftermath it is.
Is it a Boston-Miami game without it getting a little chippy at some point in time?
Miami's known for kind of mucking up the game, and I don't know what he was trying to do, but I bet you he won't do it again.
And that's all she wrote with the Celtics commanding 33-point win.
I think they can front run their way to a championship.
Drive to the rim, left hand, no. It's Dean Wade.
Who do you think's the best player in the NBA right now?
Myself.
3 seconds. Tatum fades. It is no good.
For him to say he's the best player, don't you have to be clutch?
If you look at the numbers, Jason Tatum in the last minute of a game on potential go-ahead or game-time baskets has not been very good.
Damn, I gotta be due for one.
Here's Brown. He's driving. He's shooting a very tough shot at the end of the clock. He missed it. Murray's got the rebound.
That's bad offense there.
This is exactly what happened in the Cleveland game. Once it becomes time to execute, in the final few minutes, they revert.
They've got to find a way to win these games when they don't shoot a good three-point percentage, and they have not done that.
2-for-1 opportunity for the Celtics. Pritchard connects. A 52-point margin of victory, the third largest in Boston Celtics history.
Spins on Giddey. Pristine passing. Cash out.
60 wins, number 1 seed. They do it with 2 weeks to go. But then you look at it, you say the number 1 seeds and 60-win teams don't win anymore.
They're in a championship or bust situation.
That is part of their fight. Is Mitchell Robinson. He dunks it down and is fouled.
We got booed at the end for a reason. It's not the team that our fans love. You know, this wasn't that display. But best believe we're going to show up when we need to, and we know what the goal is, and make no mistake about that.
It's the things I've seen trip them up the last couple of postseasons. The whole too cool for school attitude, the feeling they can collectively flip the switch, something that, need I remind you and them, that only works for teams that have won before.
This was the end of an era today. The Celtics paying tribute to the legendary broadcaster Mike Gorman right before working his last regular season game.
To the team, I just want to say, go win this thing. Will you please just go win it?
You hear the "We Want Boston" chants here in Miami.
The Heat and the Celtics, they're meeting for the 4th time in the last 5 postseasons, but this time, Miami will be without star Jimmy Butler.
Oh, spin move, Jaylen Brown. Tatum goes down hard, bounces right back up. Jaylen Brown gets into Caleb Martin's face. That looks shady to me.
What you call that?
Code red. Martin's going to let a 3 fly, and it's good. Caleb Martin having one of those nights.
The Heat knocked down 23 threes in Game 2, tied for the 4th most in a playoff game in NBA history. Take a look at what Jimmy Butler put up last night. Put his face on Jaylen Brown. How about this? Don't let us get one. That's what Jaylen Brown said last season.
If I got to hear one more praise about Boston on national TV when we win a game, I'm tired of hearing that, man. Tatum now drives, and Tatum, an exclamation point. Jason Tatum falls down trying to pick up a foul. I think he may have rolled his ankle as he was going down. Tyler Hero, his assist numbers down big time the last 2 games. Porzingis is hurt. He looks like he's got major concern right now. I don't think they can win without Porzingis. White with a shot fake and drives and throws it down. And the Boston Celtics advance to round 2.
If I was playing Boston to be at home.
If you're not on the court playing against Boston, you should keep your mouth shut.
Time to develop.
No question. What is he? He's a whole 22 years old.
Meanwhile, the crowd is chanting, "We want the Celtics," and Donovan Mitchell's telling them, no, not yet.
Will the Celtics get challenged at all before the finals?
With their penchant to get in their own way from time to time. I can see that.
Mitchell gets it off. You bet. Donovan Mitchell at the horn.
The inexplicable happens again. The folks leaving early, the Celtics don't just lose at home, they get blown out. The Celtics remind me of my kids. When they sit down and they play with their food, I'm like, just sit down and eat your food.
The world thinks we're never supposed to lose. We're supposed to win every game by 25.
Oh, people don't expect us to lose games. Well, we don't, especially at home.
The Celtics are 0-2 in Game 2s this season, and both of those losses obviously coming at home.
Unfortunately, they got the best record in the league, so they better figure it out at home.
Tatum trying to turn the corner. Brown from deep. He buries it.
They're the worst offense I've seen for grown folks.
Don't tell me they stink in clutch time when I give you actual factual statistics that they don't.
Al Horford can't guard the pick and roll.
Horford. The Boston Celtics have punched their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals for the 6th time in 8 years.
No one cares at all. They're at that point now to where you need to win a championship. Getting to the conference finals every year don't matter anymore.
Now drives, goes inside, goes in for the layup, bank shot, missed it. Tatum gets the rebound. Tatum puts it back up. Shot won't go. Turner the rebound.
Celtics have to give the foul, and the Pacers are going to get game one.
Nembhard looking. Finds Siakam.
He deflects it out of bounds. That's Boston ball.
Tatum trying to get free. Throwing in the corner. Brown fakes, fires up the three. Bang! Bang!
He tied it. He did it. Jaylen Brown from the corner with 5.6 to go. Siakam put his hands behind his back so he wouldn't be called for a foul. Jaylen forced it up and over him, falling to the ground with a three that has tied game one.
Halliburton. Holiday harassing him. And Halliburton goes crashing and lost the ball. Celtics will get it. White continues down a lane, up to Tatum. Sidestep, three-pointer, puts it up. Bang! That'll do it. The Celtics survive in overtime and take game one.
Jaylen Brown knocking down one of the great clutch threes that we will see, in recent NBA memory, may have gotten his running mate off the hook a little bit.
6 points of the period. Brown knocks it down. He's got 40.
Was there any motivation for you after hearing that you didn't make an All-NBA team?
No, I wouldn't say that.
What would you say?
I mean, we're 2 games from the finals, so, honestly, I don't got the time to give a
Tatum drives, goes inside, behind the back. Horford, corner three, puts it in. Al Horford from downtown. 2-point game. Holiday goes inside, leans in, banks it in, and the foul. Tie game with 38.9 remaining. And a free throw coming up for Holiday. Tatum drives, goes inside at Siakam, off the glass, missed it. Nembhard has it. Rick Carlisle says go. Nembhard drives into the paint, knocked away and stolen by Holiday.
Holiday knocks the ball away with his left hand, goes into the front court and gets fouled by Siakam.
Man, talk about playing defense.
And the Celtics, with the inspired comeback, take a 3-0 lead in this best-of-7 series.
Basketball legend Bill Walton has died following a long battle with cancer.
Down the lane, goes inside, blocked by Brown. And Horford the rebound. Jaylen Brown with another big play. Brown on the drive, pulls back, lost the ball, got it back, kicks it out. White, corner three. Bang! Derek White from downtown. That's it, it's over. The Celtics are heading back to the NBA Finals.
All year they said this team couldn't win in the clutch. They said they couldn't win at home. They said they played with their food. And they said the season was a failure if they didn't reach the finals. They have had a bad year because game one is in Boston on June the 6th.
We lost a great Celtic today. Bill Walton, one of the greatest Celtics of all time. This is dedicated to Bill.
It is my honor and it's my privilege, Jaylen Brown.
I wasn't expecting that at all. I don't never win shit, so.
When Jaylen Brown wins that award, the rest of the team just goes crazy. You did not seem to think that it was mirrored in Jason Tatum.
You've probably been the most scrutinized player during this postseason.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so.
The Western Conference champions are the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to the NBA Finals.
The Celtics, through no fault of their own, have played a variety of injury-riddled teams, whereas all 3 teams the Mavericks beat in the playoffs this year won at least 50 games.
What version do they need of Kristaps Porzingis?
I think they need all of it.
Are you running pain-free at this point?
Yes.
And the final boss for Tatum and Brown is Kyrie.
See you in Boston.
Irving blocked by Porzingis. He's doing it all. Holiday, Hauser, three-pointer.
Somebody call them long.
Here comes Josh Green, one man to beat, but it's a 7-footer. Who blocks it again?
Blocked at the rim, chased down by Porzingis.
Brown goes inside. Oh, what a slam from Jaylen Brown. Nice feed inside. Jones blocked by Brown. Brown, three-pointer. Pumps it in. Jaylen Brown at both ends of the floor. 8 straight wins for Boston in these playoffs. They're 13-2.
Well, Jalen's the best player. We've been in this position for many of years of guys trying to divide us, so it's not our first time at the rodeo.
Being in this environment, I'm used to it at this point. I thought it was going to be a little louder in here.
Irving the fake, Irving the drive, shot blocked by White.
Drive it like Kyrie's got to come along.
Oh, Pritchard banks in the three at the buzzer. Here's Irving. Washington drives, blocked by White. Oh, what a block from Derek White. The Celtics are going to take a 2-0 lead in the finals.
Kristaps Porzingis suffered a torn medial retinaculum, which is allowing a dislocation of the posterior tibialis tendon.
I'll die out there if we need.
Kristaps Porzingis out for tonight's game.
My panic level is an 11.
Jaylen Brown with the flush.
Flies over Green, throws it down with the right hand, and puts a signature punctuation mark on a dominant third quarter.
Brown runs into Doncic, blocking foul, and that's it. He's fouled out. Drives, pulls up, jump shot, puts it in. Jaylen Brown now with 30, and the lead back up to 4. The Boston Celtics are 1 win away from an NBA title.
How difficult do you envision it to make between now and Friday night seem normal, seem like there's just a game to play on Friday?
Honestly, not too difficult. From the standpoint of last year, we were down 0-3 in the conference finals, and we really felt like, we were going to come back, and we almost did. We was a sprained ankle away from having like a real shot. So, we're not relaxing or anything like that. And, just not even focusing on winning on Friday, whatever, just however long it takes. That's our motto, just however long it takes.
A spectacular, dominant performance from Luka Doncic and the Mavericks. And to have a Game 5 in Boston on Monday night.
It's just not your average Monday, right? 6/17, such a magic date for this city, no question about it. 617, those digits, which is also Boston's area code. You said it, Mel. A number that we embrace as a city that truly embodies Boston strong, and it doesn't stop there. Today also marks 16 years since the Celtics won their last championship. It is such an exciting time, and obviously people are really pumped about it. 16 years, it's been too long. It's about time that the Celtics bring back a championship.
Kristaps Porzingis is available for the Celtics tonight as they look to close out title number 18.
Joe did a great job today of reminding us that it's okay to smile during wars.
Tatum gets past Lively, goes inside the layup, bank shot, it's good, and the foul.
It's okay to have fun during high pressure moments.
Tatum sidestep three-pointer, it's good. Jason Tatum from downtown again.
That's what makes our team unique.
Here's Pritchard. He loves these. Bang!
He got it! He did it again! With the world watching, he knocks down a half-court three.
And special.
Falls down, ball knocked loose. Look at him. White dive on it, saved by Horford.
The Celtics organization, or the cult that they have here, expect you to seamlessly buy into the Celtics pride.
2 of 7 from the field as P.J. Washington called for the foul. Porzingis has something to say.
Buy into everything Celtics, and if you don't, then you'll be outed.
Kyrie Irving dives, goes crashing into the stands.
And I'm one of the people that's on the outs. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Tatum's trying to finish in style. Stop and start. Attacks the paint.
Goes at Doncic. Gets inside. Layup. Shot is good. Somehow he muscled it in.
27 for Tatum. Boston back 22. Tatum. 2 dribbles with the right. Hangs in the air. Runs it off the window and in. Timeout, Jason Kidd.
Tatum overcome with emotion. There's only one thing that mattered to him this year. He said at the start of training camp, everybody eats, everybody sacrifices.
This crowd on its feet, the best team in basketball all year. All the work, all the sacrifice,
all the painful endings.
The enormous weight of massive expectations ends tonight here. It's over. Time to say it again, Boston. Anything's possible. Banner number 18 has been secured. The Celtics are NBA champions.
What does holding this trophy mean to you?
I share this with my partner in crime, Jason Tatum. He was with me the whole way, so we share this together.
Oh my God, it's a surreal feeling. We did it. We did it!